And I realized that there has been some subconscious seeding, subconscious programming, subconscious experiences of my life, which is sitting here, which made me decide to become a teacher in my life. And I want to share that with you today. I want to share, how school makes you go through a rigid programming, which we fall prey to. And, we live with this illusion that a piece of paper, which we will get after 10 years or 3 years or 5 years, will be able to fulfill the dreams, bring us the income and manifest the outcomes we are after. And for most people, that doesn't happen that way. When you graduate from a school and college, you have to graduate for another 3, 4, 5, 7 years to become completely employable, or to become completely, marketable. Uh, marketable. See, I have a challenge, in pronunciation sometimes. Yeah, how to market yourself is something school, colleges don't teach. And the irony of life is that you go through an MBA coming out of it without any understanding how to really run a business. And it is not your fault. It is the fault of those teachers, those systems who are teaching you just the bookish knowledge, because most of the teachers who teach you an MBA, and if you are a teacher and teaching an MBA, please don't take it personally. This is the truth. You're not in any real business. If you are, I have huge respect for you. Seriously. You have a business running on the side, and you go and teach business graduates about real business. Salute with both the hands. You're bringing real essence of business, into your education. For most teachers, they just teach business. They don't do business. So coming back, I was a very below average student, in my school days, in my nursery classes, LKG, whatever, UKG or up KG. And then in my first standard, second standard, all the way up till seventh standard, I was failing in my exams. From geography to history to maths, you name it. I would have a couple of, eggs in my report card. And I have pulled out those report cards, and the pictures of those report cards. And I do show it, during my live events. If you ever get an opportunity to come live with me, either online or other offline, doesn't matter. There are very high chances you'll be able to peek into my report cards. So yeah, I used to fail, in many exams, and my parents were very worried. They were worried because they were illiterate, they can't read and write. So they wanted, their kids to get educated, and they put me in an English medium school. They sacrificed so much, they put every single penny they had in their pocket for my education. And things were still not working out. I was in a very average school, but the best thing was it was an English medium school. Yes, English medium school. I was failing, left and right every year, and they were promoting me with a warning. I still don't understand, how do you promote somebody with a warning? Either you promote them, either you don't promote them. Yeah. Yeah, I looked at my report card, a few years back. It said, in red marks, promoted with a warning from third standard to fourth. Then from fourth to fifth standard is still a warning again. In seventh standard, I met a teacher through the help of our neighbors, and she used to come and give me tuitions. If I'm not wrong, her name was Chandrani ma'am. I still remember she would bicycle for 5 kilometers, come and give tuitions to first my neighbor's daughter, and then she would teach me. And then the way she would teach, I think that changed the whole game for me. It became a game changer for me. And from failing in my classes, in seventh standard for, let's say, the first term, I went on to score very good marks. I was not the top first, second, third student in the class, but I started coming, among the first top 10 students in the class. And I think I almost ranked fourth, by the final exam when I gave in seventh standard. Because I think, what she did differently is that she adapted to my style of learning. She did not teach me in the way she thought, she wants to teach me. She taught my neighbor's daughter slightly differently than she taught me, And it's not that, she was not hard on me. She did not pressurize me. She did not create, this pain around that if I don't do my homework, she won't scold me, or maybe, beat me a little bit sometimes in the right way. But she adapted to my style of learning and, becoming a teacher who I can learn from. And there was nothing wrong with me. Before that day, or before that month or year, I used to think, what? I'm not worthy. Like, there's something wrong with me. I don't know how to learn. I don't know how to get the numbers. There's something really wrong with me. But she proved me wrong, that there's nothing wrong with you, Amandeep. It's just the way the teachers are teaching you. There's something wrong with it. And from my 7th standard till my 10th standard, I had good marks. I was not the top. But again, remember, for somebody who was failing in exams and all of a sudden, he started coming, among the top 10 out of the 35 students, that's a huge achievement. So till 10th, I did very well. I think, I got 70% marks in my 10th standard. Again, not the top student, not the top, like the below student, above average, good score, decent good score. Well, then I had to relocate to Punjab, for some family tragedy. And in my 11th standard, I did not appear for the exam. Yeah, I was admitted to a school in Ludhiana when I was 16 years old. I used to travel, for like 2 hours, 8 kilometers, I think almost 50 kilometers, from my village to this place in Ludhiana, and come back. It was a very tough life. This physics teacher would beat the shit out of us, in the class. I think most kids were scared of him. We would shiver in his class. And I was so scared that I did not appear for the exam. Then I joined, a school which was 20 kilometers, if I'm not wrong, from my village in my local town, and on Ishar Public School. And this teacher, my English teacher, Meena ma'am, she came to my program a couple of years back. She lives in Kalkaji, New Delhi. She was an English teacher, but she took a lot of interest in my life personally. And she helped me emotionally to understand, where I am with all my, depression, my bullying, abuse, which I'm going through, from people around me or in my peer group. And she supported me. She helped me. And she was a very different teacher. Apart from teaching English, she taught me life skills. And it helped me, to overcome a lot of my challenges. I think, those were a couple of incidents in my life which probably gave me this desire deep inside me that I would like to be a teacher, a trainer, a speaker, a coach, and help others not to go through the same, pain I have gone through. And why I'm sharing this with you, because a lot of you here, in my contact list, in my personal profile, or in my public profile, you got connected with me because, you probably saw me on stage, or maybe you saw one of my videos, probably you read my book, or you heard about me, through a podcast or through a friend who have been to my program. And I think there is a seed somewhere inside you, which has got a teacher inside it, or a trainer inside it, or there's a story, you want to share with the world. You have been bumped and bruised. You have been discriminated for your skin color, for your background, in the way you speak, your heavy accent, in the way you look, overweight. I don't know. There is something, you have gone through as a pain, and you want to express that, and you want to release that in ways of helping others, in supporting others.